the cousin with a fucking family picture. You know Father Time, and we all know Mother Nature. It's all in the family, but I am of no relation. No matter who's
Common misconception between life insurance or agents, you said, or you would say.
Basically, misconception between life insurance, people think they can wait. They drag their feet for a year, it becomes 2 years, become 3 years, and then you don't have insurance. Things can happen amongst that time. Basically, your health can change. You're getting older, so prices do change, right?
So why do you think people wait?
Honestly, laziness. Um, some people just don't have a sense of urgency. Some people, no matter how much you educate, may not even see the importance of insurance.
Yeah, they don't understand the value of what life insurance
And
truly
then
is.
I don't think people understand until it hits home. I get a lot of people who have a family member pass away and they automatically grab two policies. And that was something they could have done 5 or 10 years prior to.
Yeah, it's like why have to wait until somebody passes when it can be beneficial right now?
But that's every situation in life. Why wait to buy a house until the interest rates drop, right? It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's the term life insurance, and then there was another type.
there
universal.
there are a few. So just a brief definition. There are multiple types of term. When we talk about term policies, let's say term policies are temporary. So they have an expiration date. So if you get a policy for 30 years, if you pass within that 30-year period, your family gets paid. If you outlive the policy, it is what it is. No harm, no foul.
So you can still, I guess, borrow from while you're alive, which is probably helpful for some people who are like, struggling or. So
There,
what are the differences between that?
I'll go over the main three for you guys.
Okay.
I spoke on term. There's something called return of premium as well. It's almost like a savings account. So it works exactly like a term policy. But if you outlive the policy, the insurance company gives all of your money back. Right? So you no longer have insurance after the 30 years, but let's say you're paying $50 for a policy. After 30 years, you have about 18 grand. You can hold on to 10 and that's your burial fund and you have $8,000 to invest or play with however you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
The next policies that are more permanent, you're looking into like index universal life policies and whole life. Those are policies that last your entire life. The index universal life policies, I would say the growth from those policies are based off of the stock market. So in English, let's say like the stock market it goes up, down, and sideways, but from January to December, it goes up 8%. You'll get 8% interest on the money within your cash value. What whole life does the exact same thing, but the only difference is that is based on the dividends of a company. It's how you get your cash value. So if the dividends of a company is 3%, you'll get 3% interest on what's in your cash value that year.
Speaking more on that, do you think it's better than whole?
I think it's situational. I personally like index universal life policies for the growth that you get within that policy more than the whole life. And it's not mandatory that you pay a super large amount for your premiums like you would with the whole life policy. The only problem that I have with IULs is sometimes agents don't educate people on the two ways to set them up properly.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, there are two major ways. You can set it up to the point that you have a really high cash value. I'm sorry, a really high death benefit, but your cash value is small. It grows, repetitively slow. But if you pass away, your family gets a lot, right? The second way to start it off is actually to put majority of your premiums into cash value and you'll have a smaller death benefit. So for instance, you have like a $50,000 death benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Your policy is growing so much faster because the way you guys have it set up. Agents don't explain that all the way sometimes, and that's my only tidbit when it comes to IULs.
What are the main types of life insurance that you would recommend to your clients?
I think that depends on the client. Being a broker, I work with 85 carriers across the US,
Okay.
and I have all the products as well. So, for instance, let's say I had a person who did real estate. A lot of their investments are in real estate. They may not need an IUL or a whole life policy. They
Mhm.
just want a 30-year term to protect their assets, and it's cheaper for them. So, if they have 5 properties, we might get, 4 or 5 different term life policies, and they'll save the money there. So it's all about what you're trying to do when it comes to coverage, and that's why I say everybody's situation is different.
Right. That's what kind of makes it so hard to decide which one is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Professional help is really good, but if a person has a one size fit all solution, I wouldn't go with them. It's almost like one shoe. Like I wear a size 13, and I give you that 13 and said, "Here you go." It
Yeah.
doesn't fit me.
Hoping you'll grow into it.
Definitely.
Right? Never gonna happen.
What age or stage of life should someone consider life insurance seriously?
Now, that no matter what age you are, I don't care if you have a child that's 6 months old, get it now because you never know what can happen in life, first and foremost, because that's what life insurance is for. If you're trying to build wealth, the earlier the better, even if it's just what you have and you're working with that. Just don't wait until you're 80 years old to start searching for coverage because the prices are going to be twice as much as it would be if you were 22 or 23 years old.
So let me ask you some more into that. So with pricing, so what's the average premium a month?
Depends on the policy, and also depends on the person's health.
So give me examples. So with like a term or with a specific type of term, what type of range of the coverage are you looking at?
Let's say you were looking at $100,000 term and you were 26. It may range anywhere between 25 and let's say 70 tops. If you're 30, it could be around the same, but when you're 80 and you're looking for coverage, a realistic amount will be looking at maybe 10,000.
It's
That
a
way,
lot higher for sure.
yeah, 10,000 would probably be close to 100 a month, if not 300 a month, depending on the carrier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the older you get, the higher your monthly is,
Correct.
and more risk, so more health risk.
A lot more health risks, and that's a whole nother question that I'm waiting for because it gets bad. A lot of people who have questions about how healthy you have to be get on policies, or how does health insurance help you along with life insurance?
Yeah, so go into that. So how healthy do you have to be?
Um, you, I've had people who had type 2 diabetes get approved for policies. I have people who have been overweight and got policies. It all depends on the carrier that you work with. But once again, if you can give a broker an honest overview of your health background, he can kind of dissect, or he or she can dissect and see what can work for you. The worst case scenario when it comes to bad health is you get something called a guaranteed issue policy. And what that means is it's almost like a 2-year waiting period. After those 2 years, the total amount of death benefit can be dispersed. But if you pass before those 2 years, the insurance company may just give you a return of premium plus, like maybe 150%, which isn't that much, but it's still something. And that's the price you pay when you've waited such a long time to get coverage with bad health. What life insurance agents leave out is that a lot of rich people do it on a higher scale than us. Life insurance meets everybody where they are, right? So as long as you're properly funding things, you're taking money and you're paying it back and doing the things that you need to, you'll always have access to money. I have nurses who use IULs as their 401ks.
Right.
I know that sounds crazy, but for them, it's tax free.
Oh, yeah.
It's really a great form of retirement if you use it right. Depending on the person, I have people who have rolled them over to annuities. I have people who like to roll them over to the IULs, which could be great, especially because, as you know, with the 401k, you can't touch that money until you're 59 and a half.
Yeah.
If you do prior to, you will be penalized. IUL is $300,000. You have $50,000 in your cash value in which you can touch.
Yeah.
Say you took a loan against that and you say, you know what, I'm taking $10,000 out of my account. You would pay that back with a 5% interest fee like a credit card.
Mm.
Right? Now, let's say you didn't pay it back. The $300,000 that is in your death benefit, and you took $10,000 out your cash value, so they will actually just deduct that $10,000 from your $300,000, and if you should pass for any reason, your family would get the $290.
Mm-hmm.
So they use your death benefit almost like collateral,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
right? And as long as you're operating correctly, you'll be fine through it.
You work independently or do you work with an agency?
A little bit of both. I do work with, I do a partnership with Family First Life, but I have a lot of carriers that I'm just directed with personally.
I noticed that if you don't get qualified with one policy, there's tons of others that you can get customized for.
Correct. So there are these things called underwriting guides.
Yeah.
So let's say you've had high blood pressure. Certain carriers may not take that if it's within the last 3 years, but then you may have a list of carriers who will.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And so you said Family First Life Insurance?
Yeah, I partner with them. But as far as carriers, like I work with anything from National Life Group to Mutual of Omaha.
So have you ever had a client situation that really highlighted why life insurance is so important?
Yes. I had a client named Bill, actually from Texas, believe it or not. Really good guy. He hesitated on getting life insurance for a while. And he said, you know what, I'm gonna get it. Like, why not? He was a truck driver. Sadly enough, probably about 6 months later, he got into a car accident and he lost his life. His wife actually reached out, number on the card, and I actually walked her through the process to make sure that that money was dispersed to the family the right way. And I was on Bill about it so much. And usually I don't come across as a picky agent. I'm like, you get it, you don't. But something just told me to stay on him. His heart was in the right place and he got it. And for the sake of that, his family was well taken care of after he passed. Even now, like I have like his entire family has a book of business for me.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Because my dad passed in 2009, and
Right here.
thank you. He was not financially educated like that, so nothing was really set up. So it was a struggle for a single mom, for my mom to watch her try to take care of 3 other kids financially and still try to build your career at that time and just try to have, something for yourself. So I personally, that's why I feel like everyone needs to have it. Just like you said, at every age, no matter what, if you're healthy or not, you need to have one.
Totally agree. To piggyback off that, my dad passed in 2021. He was a bit older and he
Sorry as well.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He was a bit older and could not get life insurance because when I educated him about it, it was a little bit later.
Yeah.
I ended up paying for his entire funeral. So if I wouldn't have been basically set for like my family, we could have been the same struggle with people doing fish fries or Axe Family and
GoFundMes.
Yeah.
GoFundMes, but nobody's exempt, right? It's not one of those things that it's just, it just happens. No, it can happen to anybody. You just want to be prepared. Sometimes you have to explain it to people just we just talked about, because some people get caught in the bells and whistles of the cash value and using it early and spending the money, that they don't set up their family the right way. I got a lot of kids, 24, 25, that are ready to get backup policies and they're day traders. I'm like, backup policy? So yeah, this is my third one.
You see what I'm saying?
Insurance policy?
That's insane. I had no financial literacy at all at that age.
No.
I have siblings who do that a lot. Like, because the price is so high their parents at any point in time, they talk to their parents, everyone sits down, they get a policy, and if they have to chip in to make sure that policy is taken care of, they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they take one out on their parents as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, of course, you want to make it a little higher. That way, not only is the funeral taken care of, the siblings do have something left over,
Yeah.
right, to live off of. Because I hate to say it this way. Think about, all right, let's say we are related and our dad dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
How soon are we going back to work, right?
Yeah.
Like, what expenses may he have had that we didn't know about? What other things do we have to take care
Yeah,
of?
we incurred the debts. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everyone grieves differently. So some people can go back to work right away versus other people just need to take that time off and
You know, or if it's like 2 weeks or a month
or even a year.
but how long can you not be employed and not have income coming in?
Yeah, so just having that helps, and then like the house, right? I've seen siblings have to go through probate court in order to get their family's house, right? And if they didn't have money through life insurance in order to pay for that, they probably couldn't afford it. I think the first place to start is just having the hard conversation, right? You should definitely have a diversified portfolio. I agree with you. And the way you utilize life insurance says a lot about the things that you're trying to do, right? Life insurance can be that for some and can't be that for others. But everyone now, and I'm happy I'm able to speak on it, some people just see it as an investment. You know, it's a great investment. You could do that. I'm like, bro, you're putting in $50 a month on a policy. You're not really looking to invest like a Henry Wells or someone else who really like benefited from it back in the day. Like, just sometimes you have to be where you are. This is where you are right now. And a lot of my clients, I said, hey, your first life insurance policy may not be your last. I have people who get 2 or 3 at one time to protect certain things. It's all about how you do it and why you do it.
Right.
I still believe in diversifying, and I think I keep saying the word diversify, but I don't think a lot of people really get. I need to. Okay, for example, your job could be matching you 6% here. It's cool. Take the match. Do what you do. What else do you have outside of that that's going to help you build?
One piece of advice you wish everyone knew about life insurance and something they can take an action on today.
That you can get more than one policy, and they both don't have to be expensive. You can protect more than one thing at one time, and then just taking that from today is know your budget and see if someone can work with you. Like, I've had people come in with $40 budgets, and we found a policy that at least made sure that if they passed away, the family was good and had a little bit of money left over. I've had people come in with $65 budgets. Like, don't let anyone talk you out of protecting your family because you can't afford it.
That's good to know. No matter what you're able to put to the side, something is there for you.
Yeah. There's something like, it may not be the whole $1 million policy that you want. And I have people who come in with like, yeah, I need $1 million. Nothing less than $1 million is good. I'm like, who do you know that's the way they got $1 million? Nobody. So who gave you that number? Let's take our time and let's add up some things. How much do you have left on your house? I had a guy said nothing. Well, how many cars do you have? Oh, all my cars are paid for. Okay, so technically your kids are already getting your house. What is the additional money for? You truly don't need it. Take $60, make sure your kids have at least $50,000 a piece if you want to, and bury yourself.
Right. Yeah. And so if you have a concerning health issue and you're really trying to get a policy, does it red flag you from other policies?
Certain, because you have to think insurance companies have to protect their interests as well. So they may offer you a final expense policy, which is like a small version of your whole life policies. But that may be all you can get at the moment. Now, some people are younger, right? And they may be having an injury or something at 27, right? And they come back at maybe 35, and those different policies they may have access to then.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it all depends on the health issue, and the time frame. I have a lot of older people who say they're healthy, right? Or even younger people who say they're healthy, but the doctor has told them that they should be on medications right now, and they just don't take them.
Yeah.
Right? So all right, back in the day when everybody was getting insurance, you had the people come take your blood, check behind your ears, the whole nine. To
Yeah,
see
your
if
vitals,
you're
yeah.
approved. Now we're in a digital age. Everything is pulled from something called an MIB report, which is almost like a medical background check.
Okay.
They'll see everything that you were prescribed in the last 5 to 10 years. They'll see the surgeries. They'll see the doctor visits. They just want you to tell the truth up front.
Yeah.
Right? So if you are supposed to be on a prescription for the last 3 years, no one took you off it, and you just stopped taking it, the insurance company is going to ask, hey, why are you not taking this medication?
Right.
Right? Or they can even just flat out deny you. Right? So sometimes you have to, if that medication is an issue to you, communicate that with your doctor. Don't try to just wait it out and see what happens. Like, you can't hide things in this day and age anymore.
Right.
So that's my biggest problem that I have with people coming in with health issues, that they just don't address certain things, or they claim they're healthy, but the doctor has said, hey, you are pre-diabetic. You need to exercise. Just say, hey, I'm pre-diabetic. This is the situation. Let's see what we can do. And then my consultations are free. So I'm not a person who will force anything on anybody, but I will educate you.
There's definitely more benefits to it than just passing and,
And that's the problem with our generation, where people only think it's for when your parents die.
Yeah. It's definitely not just for older people.
Yeah. And I can say this too, there are a lot of agents who aren't educating all of this. Like, I mean, a lot of my clients are going to see it and thumbs up it or like it, but I usually do a walkthrough with everybody to make sure you understand the difference between policies, and then allow you to choose what you feel is best for you, give you my suggestion, and then we'll walk through to get you approved for things. I just don't kind of just say, hey, this is for you. Right? Like, because you never know, this may be for you now. And I run into this with some of my younger clients 5 or 10 years later. Now I need X, Y, and Z because my life has changed. I got married, I have kids, I have so many things that have changed. So a lot of times I use that analogy, your first policy will not be your last. Health insurance season is coming around for November 1st. So with health insurance, people can get the ACA options, or they can get something called the private market. The ACA options are based off of a person's income, while the private market is based off of a person's health. What I'm running into, years and years of experience, is people are getting the low income policies, and they're terrible, instead of telling the truth about how much they actually make and paying the additional $50 to $100. Right? So for instance, just giving you guys an example, there are agents, can't say names. I know agents that sell people $0 policies, which are not a problem if that's what you qualify for. But I'm not explaining the deductibles being $8,000. And the max out of pockets may be $10,000 to $12,000. So what that means in English, for everybody who doesn't speak insurance, if you go to the hospital for the ER for an emergency, you broke your arm, wrist, whatever it may be, they're expecting you to pay $8,000 before you seek treatment. Right? From there, something called a co-insurance kicks in. The insurance company basically comes in and covers 80% of your bills, and you cover 20% until you reach 10,000. Right? So just not educating people on deductibles are a no-no. So with that being said, with health insurance season coming November 1st, ask those questions to whatever agent you may be working with. What are my deductibles? If something happens to me, how much will I be paying? That way you have a basics on how your health insurance works. I have 20 companies that I work with, small businesses, that I help them educate their employees and help all of them individually get coverage.
Cool. Good to know, because well, I think you're a good agent for people to want to come to. You've made it very easy to ask you questions, and I feel like, you're knowledgeable in your field. So, when are you available if people wanted to schedule a consultation?
I am available Monday through Sunday as long as you book an appointment. I'm gonna leave my information with you guys so you can post it. Also, if you want to follow me on Joe Insure Solutions underscore on Instagram or just Joe Walton on Instagram or Facebook, I am there. Add me, DM me, ask questions, book an appointment, the whole nine.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. We look forward to speaking with you again, and I appreciate you sharing, your life insurance journey with us.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you guys for having me.
And thank you for helping us educate our audience, truly, because in this day and age, anything could truly happen.
Yep.
Definitely.
Hear
Thank you
that.
for giving me the opportunity. I really appreciate it, guys.
All right,
No,
no
of
problem.
course. Thank you. Well, you have a great day, and we'll talk with you soon.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye, Joe.
Bye.
The cousin with a fucking family picture. You know, Father Time.